Hey guys, checking in to do an outside tour of our little camper today. Didn't get any comments if you call it a camper, a rig, a travel trailer. I guess I kind of use them intermittently. Our view from outside. Originally, our rig is supposed to be over there on the other side of the swimming pool where that spindle is. But you'll notice there's a miniature lake going on out there. We can't get the rig over there, and since we're taking it out, it's going to stay where it's at, which is right outside the back door. But you see that lovely little white 4x4 post? From there, all the way to that big pine tree that you see in the front is our property. We're working on getting it cleared up. That's where the Longs are going to have a homestead. It'll be 110 by 110. So we got a little good spread going on. Figured I'll show you the inside. Was going to go live with YouTube. They didn't like me very much, so that didn't happen. So the thing you saw yesterday, if anybody didn't guess, it's a travel iron. Really cool. Found it at the Goodwill. Nick found it, actually. Found one yesterday at another thrift store. Haven't tried it out yet. I usually don't iron clothes. I put them in the dryer. But in camping, that's not going to be an option. So it's all compacted. It has the ability to do steam. So let's see if we can get this put back together. And then I want to show y'all guys how the table works. So let's see if we can find somewhere to prop this up. And see if we can get a video going. Let's see. Let's see if that might work. So, let me get this put back together real quick. Get it put where it goes. Then, camped out last night. Stayed warm with our heater. It was nice and toasty. That happens to other people, I'm sure. Not just me. So we tripped a breaker last night. Woke up at 7 o'clock. It was a little chilly. We had to come inside. But this is where Joey sleeps at. Joey is our tallest. And since he is the tallest, this works out best for him. So, these get extremely chilly. So we put down a fitted sheet because that's what we bought for all of our mattresses, our fitted sheets. This did not come with directions. So I'm assuming this is how most people do this setup. If y'all have another way of doing it, let me know. Nobody really sleeps up against the window. So what we do is fill in the back corner with these. Now, like I said, Joey is our tallest, so he has no problem fitting on here. The way these are done, this is the only pattern I can configure these in. And since he sleeps straight like a board, it works out perfect. He lays this way. We have no problem. These last night we actually took out the corner pieces and we tucked them underneath, so we had this whole big space. Worked out super cool. The first night we camped, we turned the trifold. The trifolds are supposed to sleep much better than a jackknife. And so I'm fighting with pillow cushions. So we had little Nicholas, who camped out on the jackknife. And he's our second tallest. And the way this works is a little different. It'll pinch your fingers if you're not careful. So let's see if we can set this up and show you how this one works. Maybe. There we go. So, this whatever this material is called, is so slick. If you're not careful, it'll get your fingers. So, super easy. And then, remember I said we can sleep 10. These are for the short people. This is where the short people can go. So, we've got 2 on the queen, 2 on the trifold, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, this is how we slept the first night. You see how much space we have. Not working for me. Which is why we chose to use the dinette table for our sleeping arrangements, because that ideally works best. And because I am new to all this newfound taping, there's a lovely view of the outside while I put the sofa back together. I don't have the gear to do this appropriately. I don't have spare hands to do this. So you get the real live, real in-time view of how everything works. I'm usually one who does most things by myself, and I have no problem with it. So, we're going to set this back down, get everything put back together. Then we're going to head outside. You can check out the outside. We're still looking for names. Don't know what this rig is called. Right now it's called a monthly payment as a joke. But, nonetheless, we're still looking for names. We haven't found the perfect name yet. Haven't found anybody else that's named theirs that we know personally. We are planning a trip to go out. We're kind of keeping it a surprise. I have a very strong type A personality. I like every detail to be planned out. And I haven't made my mind up yet where we're going. So we don't want to get upset if something doesn't turn out. One of the best vacations we ever took, we went to Smoky Mountains, which we do every year. And we were going to stay. The other side note is, if you pick your feet up where the pedestals go on the bottom, you're good. But this works great as a second couch. So, we're hoping our kids will not get hurt and stump their feet or toes on the bottom. And we've talked about taking the flange out of the bottom. But I love the U-dinette, and I don't know that I would prefer another table in here, other than the one that I know is fit to come with it. So, that was super quick. One of the best trips, though, we ever took, planned, was to the Smoky Mountains. There was a rock slide, and we didn't get through. So, we stopped as an impromptu visit, and we had a blast. It was the best time we've had. So, did take a shower in the rig last night. 6 gallons. More than enough water for what I needed. Tight quarters to wash in. Another reason to get a little thinner. More space to shower in. So, got in, got out, run the exhaust fan. Vented it. Had no problem. Was gone in a hurry. Nick's opposed to the bar stool, but I found that I sat on it most of the night last night. We'll figure out where it's going to live. We did get our heater in last night. It has the best graphics. We have another one of these. Anybody who follows me on Facebook knows that I have one at work as well. And it has monkeys on it. The graphics on this, you cannot beat. It came from Super Deals, and it was amazing. So, this wonderful shelf that I told everybody I had that was going to hold cell phones. We had a conversation about it, and instead, this is where it was so fitting and appropriate that this is where family's going. And so for those who may or may not know, my husband's father, my father-in-law, little man, passed away from pancreatic cancer last year. And he was Reet's sister. And we are strongly believing in family, so a piece of him is traveling with us. His sister, Reet, was our sunshine, and her little thing goes inside the bedroom for my You Are My Sunshine. But let's head outside, guys. That's what you wanted to see anyway. We did go ahead and get the bigger steps. So, ooh, it's a bright sunshine. We have the original ones mounted under here. We went ahead and paid the extra money for these. They're a lot more sturdier. We still have the big handle. Love the graphics on this one. It's not as bad as some of them that I've seen that have weird designs or a picture of an animal or a spirit creature or whatever they're called. So you kind of get the perspective. It's a 28 foot with the tongue. I think we're looking at 31. So privacy windows. I've been in here at night. Nick says he cannot see in those windows to save his life. He doesn't know where I'm at when he gets here. So we've got pass-through storage. Magnetic. Holds it in place so you don't have to. Underneath we're holding our sway bars. Same size on each one. We've got the honey pot, which is our portable dump pot. We have not used it yet. We will be using it later because we have been using the rig for black water and for gray water. So we've got outside speakers I told you about yesterday. The awning has a light that runs the whole length. The awning does cover both doors. We have an outside outlet here. We've got the black water flush tank. These are the original steps that came with it. We don't have stability under these. It also has a smaller handle. These are fine for setting up here. Easy access in when the door's unlocked. Back here we've got the grill that's under the bed where we store it at. It's got a swivel rack that comes around so you can grill on propane. There is a propane hookup on the back side down here so that it runs off gas. Spare tire. And then this side, we've got an outside shower. This is something I wanted. Nick wanted the outside grill. So this was the best of both worlds. Black tank, dump tank, all this is underneath. So for this to be here makes me happy. You can clean and wash your hands all at the same time. I apologize for the neighbors who are target shooting apparently. I hope they hit whatever they've been aiming for all morning. So this is all stuff we're hooking up later. We've got the slinky support hose, the sewer hose, and then a good friend of ours suggested get a tub to put the hose in. You don't want that anywhere. So we've got contractor's bags that in the event this tote doesn't work, that hose is going in those garbage bags. We have gloves in here. The gloves, I'm allergic to latex, so they are latex free. We're going to get some bigger ones, but as a safety precaution right now, we have those. And then we've got, this is the stuff that goes with the honey pot, the porta potty, the blue tank, whatever you want to call it. And then we have, our fresh water is connected. So this is the hose that we use for rinsing out sewage. So all this is for leveling, and it is for the hoses and all that stuff. So again, I said we do have a what they call a super slide because it is 2 spaces. Pretty big. Now, I know this is not how this is supposed to be done. We have to figure this out. Eventually, we're going to. This is reducing valve that monitors how much water you've got, the pressure coming in so you don't blow your PEX lines coming in. This is the main reason right here that we don't have a filter coming into here that's going through. We don't have anything in the freshwater tank. We're using this. This, as it stands on this fitting being plastic, is already putting pressure on it, that we have adapted this garden stake flag holder so that it's supporting the weight of this hose so that it doesn't put any more pressure on it, which is why we're using the Brita filter outside or inside. This is the other side. It's big open space that everybody can see. It's goes all the way through. Level and jack, I don't mind doing it by hand. Gonna eventually, we got a drill, we could do that, but we're not going to. We have the ability to do solar panel hookup. Looking in the solar panels for the size I want aren't that bad. It's the converter that's expensive. We do have lights to hook up, battery, 2 double 20-pound propane, and then the rock guard on the front. So we have a pretty good time. Let y'all look at it one more time, see what you think about it. Give me a comment below. Let me know what she needs. She needs a name. What's her name? We know she's a girl. So drop me some comments. Give me some names. And as always, have a good Saturday, y'all.